Howdy, howdy, howdy. We are in the middle of our small numbers unit where we're looking at decimal numbers or parts of a whole or less than a whole. And I made this little assignment here for you just so you can practice and study and make sure you're actually understanding these concepts. So if you put in, 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there, 12 minutes here, those little minutes add up. And that's going to help you have a better understanding of what the heck we're trying to teach. I don't expect you to play this stuff for hours and hours and hours, but a few minutes here and there, it's going to make a big difference. So anyway, there's two different games I have here, and I thought I'd break them down for you. So very first is our place value game. So here's the place value chart you're going to need for it. Okay. And secondly, you're also going to need Google Dice. So I've got that link for you right there. Boom. So directions, what the heck are we doing? It says use the Google Dice, 10-sided, and roll. Okay. Notice it gives you the 6-sided die to start. Don't want that. You wanted a 10-sided die. Cool. So now I'm going to roll. Boom. Ooh, I got a 9. That's what you want to see. So what the heck do I do with that? Well, I've rolled and it says place each place value in the place value chart to build either the greatest or smallest number possible. Then write that number in expanded form and written form, an example shown on the document. Okay, well, let's have a look at this. Okay, well, I just rolled a 9, and I'm going to go for the greatest number. Okay, so I'm just going to go 3 place values to the left of the decimal and 3 place values to the right. I could go further if I wanted, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to go with these 6 place values right here. So I got a 9. So clearly, I want to go in the biggest place value. Boom, easy. Roll again. Another 9. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. Ooh, a 2. I'm going to put that in the hundredths. I think a 0 is going to pop up. 0, 0, 0. Ooh, another 9. That's good. I'll go my 10s. 0. Ooh, an 8. Wow, I'm rolling high today. Okay. So now, with your pencil, of course, you're going to be able to fill this in a little bit better for your decimal. This is mine up on my computer a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, keep rolling. I got 2 more rolls, I think. Wrong thing, sorry. Roll. Ooh, a 7. Okay, this is looking good. If I can get a 2, 1, or 0, I've got a perfect number here. Come on, come on. Oh, shoot. Well, I was close. Okay, so that's my number right there. 998 and 726 thousandths. Okay, so what the heck do I do with this now? Well, it says, then write that number in expanded form and written form. An example is shown on the document. So this number right here I just created, I'm going to write it in expanded form and written form. So let me just get rid of this one. I'll get rid of that too. Easy. Okay, so I'm going to write this number first, 998 and 726 thousandths. So now I have to put it in expanded form. So this is something we should be feeling pretty comfortable with. We've done it quite a bit. But again, remember, expanded form, we're looking at each place value and just writing it as if it was just that number. So I've got 9 hundredths. 900. Okay. My next place value, I've got 9 tens. So 9 tens. Next one, I've got 8 ones. Next one, I've got 7 tenths. And notice, tenths are the first place value to the right of the decimal. So I still have to show that in expanded form. 0.7. If I just wrote a 7, that wouldn't be 7 tenths. That'd be 7 ones. So I still have to have my decimal there. Next, I've got hundredths, 2 of them, 2 hundredths. You notice that hundredths are 2 place values away from the decimal. So 0 decimal, 0 tenths, 2 hundredths. If I just wrote 0 decimal 2, that'd be 2 tenths, not 2 hundredths. We still have to honor that tenth place value. Use a placeholder for it. Lastly, I've got 6 thousandths. And thousandths are 1, 2, 3 place values away. So 1, 2, third place value away, 6 thousandths. There you have it, expanded form. Easy peasy. Next, we need to write this in written form. So there's 2 ways you can do the written form. Okay, and this first way, this is how I prefer you to write it if you're able to. We're going to write it using nothing but words. So 998. And remember, we write and say the word and when we get to the decimal. Okay. And 726 726 thousandths. Cool. That's it. 998. There we go. And 726 thousandths. Boom. Easy peasy. The other way you're able to write it, and this is totally fine too, you can write the numbers. So 998. I could say ones, but I don't need to. I'll just say 998. And 726 thousandths. So you write the numbers for the actual numbers themselves, and the words, you'll actually write the word for that. In the written form, guys, it's easy to overthink it, but really the written form is just how you would say the number. So I would say this number as 998 726 thousandths. And that's exactly what I wrote down. 998 and 726 thousandths. That's it. So whenever you're doing the written form and you're like, oh, how do I do this? Just say the number. Say the number, and that's it. All right, cool. So that's the very first game you guys can play. The next one is using our 10th, 100th, and 1,000th chart. So here it is right there. And on this, it has a whole bunch of different charts. We can see that this is a 10th chart because our whole value right here is split up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 parts or tenths. Okay, so these are the 10th charts, another page of them. These would be 100th charts because this one whole number is split into 100 parts or hundredths. Same thing for the thousandths. This one whole chart is split up into 1,000 little parts. It's a lot. Holy smokes. Okay. So what the heck do we actually do with these charts? Well, the directions say, use the random number generator website to create numbers. Okay, so that random number generator, it is this website right there. Click on it. Okay. Okay, so there it is right there. It looks like this. The numbers and the values and everything should be good to go. Ignore this one up top, but go to the second one. And to generate a new number, you go generate. And there it is. Boom. Generate. New number. Generate. 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 New numbers every single time. Pretty cool. Okay. And what the heck are you doing with that? Well, you're going to show this number using a 10th, 100th, or 1,000th chart. So I'm going to make a new number. Boom. So I've got 1 and 371 thousandths. So I have to use these charts to actually show that amount. So notice I'm talking thousandths. So I'm going to be best suited going to my thousandths charts here. And firstly, it says I've got one whole number. So that's pretty easy. There's one whole number right there. There's one. Okay. I could shade all that in, but I'm not going to waste your time. Just imagine that's all shaded in because that's my one right there. That's one. But now I need, what was it? 371 thousandths. And I'm going to use another thousandths chart to show that. So I could count 371 times. So this little guy, I'm just going to zoom in here a little bit. Boom. So keep in mind that each and every, sorry, my mouse is doing some weird stuff here. Okay, pretend this whole chart is filled in because that's representing my one. Okay, boom, cool. Each and every single one of these little thousandths, well, that's 1,000th, 2,000th, 3,000th. So I could do that 371 times, but no thanks. I don't want to be here until next week. What I can do is notice that this square right here, well, how many thousandths are in there? Well, there's 10. Cool, so that's 10. Okay, here's another 10. Here's another 10. Huh. Well, I wonder how many of these squares there are here. Well, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hey, cool. So if there's 10 thousandths in each of these squares, and there's 10 of those squares, that means there's 100 thousandths in one of these rows. Okay, cool. So there's 100. Let's do another 100. Okay, so I'm up to 200 now. Let's do 300. All right, cool. So we're at 300,000s. Now, I can't do another row because I put me at 400,000s. That's too many. Let's just start doing tens. So 310, 320, 330, 340, whoops, 350, you'll use your eraser, 360, 370. Okay, I'm really close, but now I need 371. And of course, yours is going to be a lot neater than mine because you're going to be using a pencil. But there you go. I've got one whole and 371 thousandths. Kind of cool. Okay. Now, could you have used the other charts to show this amount? Well, the answer is yes, because we have to remember, oh, what a mess. We have to remember that, oh, geez, I guess that doesn't want to go away. Okay, pretend that's not there. I'm sorry if you can see what I'm talking about. It's just a bunch of scribbling. It's not an erasing. I apologize. Keep in mind that while these charts do look different, they all just represent one whole, right? The whole square is just one whole. So we could actually use any of these charts to show this. So again, we're doing 1 and 371 thousandths. Well, to show one whole, I would just highlight this whole thing or shade in this whole thing. Boom. There's my one whole. Okay. And then, hey, I need 3/10. Well, that's easy. 1, 2, 3 tenths. Okay. But now I need 7 hundredths. Well, keep in mind that there are 10 hundredths in 1/10. So all I got to do is split this 1/10 up into hundredths. So there's 5 parts, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Cool. Now I'll shade those in. I'll use a different color. So 100th, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. So now I've got my 700ths. But now, this is going to be tricky. It's going to be easier with a pencil, that's for sure. But now I got to do 1,000th. I've got to do 1,000th. How the heck do I do that? Well, you have to keep in mind, in each of these hundredths, there are 10 thousandths. So with your pencil, you'll have to split this up into 10 little parts. It's going to be tricky. But once you've done that, you could fill in one of them. I'll use orange. Fill in one of them. And that shows one whole, boom, 3/10, boom, 7 hundredths, boom, and 1,000th, boom. So that's how you can use any of these charts really to show any of these values that your random number generator is going to spit out at you. Cool. And once you're done this, you can also work on putting these numbers in a place value chart, just like we did before, as well as putting those numbers in expanded and written form. So just like this. Awesome. If you do this 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there, 20 minutes there, you're going to be laughing. And not just for the exam, which is important. And yeah, we want to get great grades and 100% and all that. But more importantly, you're going to understand it and you're going to remember it and you're going to have it for next year and the year after and you're going to remember it forever. And that's the real goal, true understanding. So thanks for putting in a little bit of practice. I hope this video helped. Have fun studying.